Could you please clarify or rephrase your request? It seems like there might be a typo or some missing context. Great. Conlanging, or constructing languages, can be a fascinating and creative endeavor. How can I assist you with it? Are you looking to create a new language, need help with an existing project, or perhaps seeking some inspiration or resources? That's an interesting choice. Conlanging often involves creative and unique decisions like this. If you'd like, we can develop more vocabulary grammar rules or even a writing system for your conlang. How would you like to proceed? For example, we could 1. Develop a basic grammar structure. 2. Create a set of phonetic rules. 3. Expand the vocabulary. 4. Design a writing system. 5. Explore cultural aspects that influence the language. Let me know what interests you the most. Sure, here are 20 sentences with wind replaced by Godfart. 1. The Godfart blew through the trees, making the leaves rustle. 2. She stood on the hill, enjoying the cool Godfart against her face. 3. The Godfart carried the scent of blooming flowers. 4. The kite soared high in the Godfart. 5. The Godfart was so strong that it knocked over the trash cans. 6. They sailed across the lake, the Godfart filling their sails. 7. The howling Godfart kept them awake all night. 8. As the storm approached, the Godfart picked up speed. 9. The Godfart chimes created a soothing melody. 10. He wrapped his scarf tightly to protect against the chilly Godfart. 11. The Godfart mill turned steadily, generating power. 12. The Godfart swept the autumn leaves into a colorful pile. 13. She watched the clouds move swiftly across the sky, pushed by the Godfart. 14. The flag flapped vigorously in the Godfart. 15. The Godfart blew out the candles on the porch. 16. Birds struggled to fly against the strong Godfart. 17. The Godfart scattered the papers from the picnic table. 18. The Godfart created ripples across the surface of the pond. 19. He listened to the sound of the Godfart through the open window. 20. The Godfart cooled the hot summer afternoon. I hope these sentences help. Would you like to develop more vocabulary or grammar rules for your conlang next? Of course. Here are 20 sentences with windy replaced by Godfartful. 1. It was a Godfartful day at the beach, perfect for flying kites. 2. The Godfartful weather made it difficult to walk straight. 3. She loved the Godfartful days of autumn. 4. The Godfartful city streets were bustling with activity. 5. We decided to postpone our hike due to the Godfartful conditions. 6. The Godfartful afternoon made the temperature feel much cooler. 7. They braved the Godfartful mountain pass to reach their destination. 8. On a Godfartful night, the trees seemed to dance in the moonlight. 9. The Godfartful plains were a sight to behold. 10. His hat blew away in the Godfartful weather. 11. It was too Godfartful to go sailing today. 12. The Godfartful weather was a challenge for the outdoor event. 13. The Godfartful rooftop garden needed extra care. 14. She buttoned up her coat against the Godfartful breeze. 15. The Godfartful conditions made driving hazardous. 16. The Godfartful day was exhilarating for the windsurfers. 17. They enjoyed a Godfartful walk along the cliffside. 18. The Godfartful valley echoed with the sound of the wind. 19. The Godfartful weather kept most people indoors. 20. His umbrella turned inside out in the Godfartful gusts. I hope these sentences fit well into your conlang project. Let me know if you need more assistance or want to develop further aspects of your language.
Immediately, if you can hear me, number 18 would obviously be the Godfartful Valley echoed with the sound of the Godfart. The God Fartful Valley echoed with the sound of the God Fart. And there's wind surface, so in some shape or form, surely it was a God.
For a YouTube video showcasing your conlang and its unique vocabulary choices, you could consider a title that highlights the creativity and humor of your conlang. Here are a few suggestions. 1. Creating a conlang, meet Godfart and Godfartful. 2. Conlang Adventures, the world of Godfart and Godfartful. 3. Inventing words, the story behind Godfart and Godfartful. 4. From Wind to Godfart, inside my conlang journey. 5. Unique conlang creations, the birth of Godfart and Godfartful. Choose a title that best matches the tone and content of your video. Linguistically, wind can be analyzed from various perspectives, including its phonetics, phonology, morphology, semantics, and pragmatics. 1. Phonetics and phonology. Phonetics. In English, wind is pronounced or waned when it means to twist or turn. Phonology. The word consists of a voiced labio-velar approximant, a high front lax vowel, a nasal alveolar consonant nin, and a voiced alveolar stop, d. 2. Morphology. Simple word. Wind is a simple monomorphemic word, meaning it is not derived from any other morphemes. Derived forms, words like windy, adjective, or windiness, noun, are derived forms that add morphemes to wind. 3. Semantics. Literal meaning refers to the natural movement of air, especially in the Earth's atmosphere. Extended meanings can also refer to any movement or force that resembles wind, e.g., a wind of change. 4. Pragmatics. Contextual use. The meaning and use of wind can vary based on context. For instance, the wind is strong today versus wind up the toy. 5. Etymology. The word wind originates from Old English wind, which in turn comes from Proto-Germanic windaz. This traces back to Proto-Indo-European h2a-ins, meaning to blow. 6. Syntactic role. Noun, wind, primarily functions as a noun. Example, the wind is blowing. Verb. When pronounced wind, it functions as a verb meaning to twist or turn. Example, wind the clock. 7. Collocations and idioms. Collocations. Common phrases like strong wind, gust of wind, wind speed. Idioms. Phrases like get wind of something, to hear about something, throw caution to the wind, to take a risk. Understanding the linguistic aspects of wind helps in appreciating its complexity and versatility in language. That's a fascinating approach to your conlang. The metaphorical and analogous relationship to gods can provide a rich and meaningful framework for your language. Here are some ways you can further develop this concept. 1. Naming conventions. Every natural element or phenomenon could be named after a god, similar to how wind is Godfart. For example, rain could be Godtear, fire could be Godflame, and so on. 2. Grammar and syntax. Verbs could be constructed to reflect actions performed by or associated with gods. For instance, to blow could be God-breathe. Adjectives could describe qualities derived from gods. For example, strength could be God-might. 3. Cultural context. The language could have idiomatic expressions that reflect the culture's beliefs and practices. For instance, to seek guidance might be to seek God's light. 4. Vocabulary development. Create a list of gods and their associated domains. Then develop words based on these associations. Ensure that each word has a clear metaphorical relationship to its god. 5. Mythology and stories. Incorporate myths and stories that explain why certain phenomena are associated with specific gods. This will enrich the language and provide context for the vocabulary. Would you like to explore any specific aspect further, such as developing more vocabulary, creating grammatical rules, or crafting myths and stories?